In this video, we will be discussing about the biting apparatus and biting mechanism in poisonous snakes. Now, snakes are specialized group of reptiles and they come under order Ophidia, that is limbless group. All the poisonous snake have specialized poison apparatus in their head, and those include fangs, right, poison duct and the poison gland, and the associated muscles. The skull of snakes, usually the jaw and the skull, they are very flexible, and due to their loose and flexible attachment, they can adjust accordingly at the time of either swallowing or biting. The position of fangs in different snakes are different, and also the size and shape of fangs also differ in different snakes. In case of cobra, the fangs, which is called the teeth, is erect, it is immovable, it is short, and in vipers or in rattlesnakes, the fangs are long, they are movable, and they are present usually on the roof of their mouth. They rest or they lie against the roof of their mouth. Biting mechanism we see serves two purposes in snakes: erection of fangs. The second is injecting venom or poison into the victim's body. Now, there is difference between a poison and venom. So poisonous and venomous, they both are completely different to each other. Now, if we consider something to be poisonous, that means if the plant or the animal is ingested or it is eaten by some organism. Suppose a plant or an animal is eaten and the toxic reaction is taking place after the ingestion of the plant or the animal. So hence those are considered as poisonous plants or poisonous animals. Venomous would be considered as, for example, the snakes. They are venomous. They inject the poison into the victim's body. Poison apparatus includes the poison gland, the poison duct, and the fang. Now, poison gland is present in pair, that is, two poison glands. They occur in pair, and the pair is usually present on the either side of the head region. So it might be present on the right side or it might be present on the left side. It depends. With the help of constrictor muscles, the poison is squeezed from the poison gland, and a narrow duct present on the anterior side of poison gland pushes or collects the poison into the poison duct. The poison is collected here and it is squeezed to enter into the fangs, and at the time of striking, the poison or the venom is injected into the victim's body. So the fangs are teeth, right? The fangs, they are evolved in snakes to inject venom into the body of its prey, and various snakes that possesses them, they have different type of fangs, right? Also, there is a property of fangs. If the fangs are damaged or they are cut off, either the reserve fangs are there for its replacement, or the fangs they develop, they regenerate, right? Fangs might be of three types usually. Solenoglyphus type of fangs, these are long, and these are usually present in vipers and rattlesnakes, and these are large functional fangs, and they occur on the front of the maxillary bone. This is the maxillary bone, and the fang lie on the anterior side of the maxillary bone. The next is Proteroglyphus type of fangs. Now these fangs are small, erect, they're permanently immovable, right, and they are erect and they do not move. And such type of fangs is present in cobra, crate, right, sea snakes. Now the third type of fang is Ophistoglyphus type of fangs. Now these type of fangs, they are similar to Proteroglyphus, but they differ in the position. So Ophistoglyphus would lie on the back, or we can say behind the maxillary bone. Otherwise, the Ophistoglyphus type is also immovable, and it is short, it is erect, it doesn't move. It is similar to Proteroglyphus but differs in the position of in the maxillary bone. So Ophistoglyphus is lying on the lying behind the maxillary bone, and Proteroglyphus and Solenoglyphus type of fangs lie on the anterior side of the maxillary bone. The bones associated with biting mechanism are, so let's see, the parietal bone, the squamosal bone, the quadrate bone, pterygoid, ectopterygoid or transverse, maxilla, digastric muscles, they contract, they constrict, they get contracted, and when they contract, they push the quadrate muscle to the forward side, right? The muscles on the digastric muscle, when the mouth is closed, is relaxed. When it contracts, it opens the lower jaw, the mandible, right? Suppose this is the mandible and this is the quadrate. So the lower jaw opens, and the quadrate is also pushed to the forward side. Now because the quadrate is pushed to the forward side, it along with quadrate, the pterygoid and ectopterygoid also gets a push or the forward pull, right? The quadrate pushes the ectopterygoid and pterygoid to the forward side, resulting in pterygoid being pushed on the forward side and resulting the ectopterygoid being pushed upwards. And this ectopterygoid along with it pulls the maxilla and rotates the upper jaw or the maxillary bone to the up to maximum of 90 degrees. So the lower jaw and the upper jaw, they form a 90 degrees angle. The jaw is wide open. So on the diagram here, it is very clear that the upper jaw is at 90 degrees with the lower jaw. Now the biting mechanism, that is injecting the venom into the body. Now it is with the help of constrictor muscles. These muscles, they squeeze the poison gland, forcing the poison via an anterior duct. The poison is sent, or it is collected into the poison duct, and via poison duct the poison reaches the fang, and via fangs the poison is injected into the victim's body. This was all about the biting mechanism in brief.